When we arrived on Kashyyyk, things were just as bad as we feared. The droids had us outgunned, outmaneuvered, and outmanned by a 5-to-1 margin. What none of us had counted on was the Wookiees. We'd all heard the stories, of course, but we'd never fought next to them. Never seen them rip apart a droid with their bare hands. They were magnificent. Even so, it was still a suicide mission. At least it was until Master Yoda arrived. Then it became a battle. A winnable battle.
Hey everybody, what's up? This is Lancer34 here. Welcome to episode 5 of my commentary challenge. Now, if you already do not know what I'm doing, I'm playing through the entire game of Star Wars Battlefront 2, and I'll be commentating over it. Alright, first of all guys, I want to say happy Thanksgiving. You know, I totally stuffed myself. You know, Thanksgiving, my favorite part of Thanksgiving is actually the quality time with the family. You know, you're actually giving thanks for the little things that you have, because a lot of other people are very unfortunate. I'm grateful for everything I have. You know, got me a machinima contract. Grateful for every other thing in my life, because everything you have in your life makes you to the man or woman that you're going to be in the future. However you're raised, that's how you're going to turn out. And you know, I'm just going to taking these snail droids down here. You basically want to hop in the tank and take out as many of these droid tanks as you can, because you do not want them all to come over on the beach, because they can actually overwhelm your team extremely fast. And you want to hold these guys up in the water as much as possible. You have about 2 minutes, 4 seconds left. Hold these guys up in the water. You know, you don't want these guys to cross over to the beaches too fast, because it's easier repelling them in the water, but once they get on the beach, then they're going to be one of the biggest annoyances. I'm going to take out the Spider Walker right here. You know, the Spider Walker doesn't look like much, but it can actually do a lot of damage, especially if it crosses the water. Like I said, guys, the water is the draw line. You want to make sure you do not let these guys fucking get over here. Fuck, I had to destroy that damn thing. It was about to blow me sky high. Alright, yeah, I'm basically almost dead here. Gonna shoot a few more guys. I'm gonna hop out this tank right here, because I really want to actually, never mind. I just felt what I was about to do. I was actually trying to stay alive for the whole 3 minutes. But you know what, it's okay, because it doesn't matter how many times I die. The only thing that matters is completing the mission. Alright, we got about 1 minute, 6 seconds left on the clock. The droids are actually pushing heavily against our defenses, and now we have another tank right here. You know, I'm actually biding time until our tanks respawn. When you're on foot, you honestly cannot do anything with a tank. Like, you cannot take it at all unless you're a heavy trooper. Now, all the other classes can do damage to them and can blow them up, but just to take them on head on is impossible unless you are a heavy trooper. Alright, gonna switch back to clone trooper right now, because I think the vehicles actually spawned already. Yes, they did. Alright, gonna hop in one and finally take out these fucking snail tanks that's been running a muckus. Alright, now, assassin droid, what the hell? Ezio joined the separatists? What a traitor. Alright, now that our tanks are finally back, gonna take them out for a spin. Remember I said doing damage to those snail tanks earlier will actually benefit? Well, check this out. You know, it took a few shots for me to take down one tank droid, move to the other one. I see this one's incredibly weak. Kabloom! Haha. Took you down. With only about a few seconds left on the clock, it'll be a piece of cake to hold this position. We're going to take out the other snail tank, because after this objective, we're basically going to have to retreat behind the Wookiees' wooden fort. And you want to make sure you take out as many tanks as possible. You can't take them all out, of course, because they'll respawn, but the more you take out that's actively over here, the longer your defenses will actually last. Alright, now that those snail tanks are dead, I'm going to get behind the wooden barricade, because you can actually not start the next part of this mission unless you get right on where the arrow was. I thought that it would just say that for a little while, but once I get with around there, no, you actually have to get right on top of the arrow. And I know what you guys are thinking, well, you can't bring your tank back here. That's okay, because as you can see, there's another tank right there. You know, it actually wouldn't make any sense for them to design it to where you can't bring a tank back there, but you have to still defend the oil refinery from other big machines. Now, I'm going to actually go up here ahead so I can defend the front lines, because I actually like being on the front line, because that's where most of the action happens. Well, that's where about 80% of the action happens. Engineer droid, no, I do not think so. You know, we actually held it out pretty well inside to get in here, but whoa, crap. You know, right when I decided to get out, I get my ass killed. See, in all the midst of the fighting, I forgot that that was the one I left there because it was too heavily damaged. Alright, I'm going to take out the heavy trooper right here because these guys actually push through the barricades extremely fast. Okay, there goes the sea gate. That's actually the one where we have to defend the most. The seawall has been reached. What the hell? It actually looked like someone opened it for them. It didn't even look like they blew it up. Do we have a traitor in our midst? What the fuck? Oh, Christ almighty. Okay, you know what? That was actually not a good idea. I was actually trying to rush up there and blow the hell out of them. Alright, this time I decided to use the clone commander because that minigun that he has on his shoulder can actually provide great offense. It does heavy damage, drops the enemy's health extremely fast. You know, this is actually one of my favorite characters to use in this game. Alright, gonna take out these guards right here, thinking they can shoot rockets at me and they can get away with it. No fucking way. Alright, moving along here, gonna take out the remaining stragglers is gonna be over here. And shit, there's a snail tank. Alright, gonna hop into my tank then so I can take it out. Now, you know, this snail tank is actually kind of funny, thinking that he can come in here and think, okay, I can destroy the oil refinery. There's not going to be any more defenses. No fucking way. You know, on this level, only got one tank in the back of here, but usually sometimes there's two. Like, the first time I played through this, there was actually two, and I thought there was going to be two here, so I can get a little bit more defenses, but sadly there wasn't. And there's another snail tank. Okay, you know, there's a lot of tanks coming back in here. Honestly, I'm not even worried about the oil refinery because all the times I played this level, the separatists have never one time been able to destroy the oil refinery. You know, the ground soldiers are not a big deal whatsoever because most of the Wookiees and the clones are going to fall back to that one position anyway. So any of the ground guys, you really don't even have to attack. You know, I actually tested something one time. I actually only destroyed the enemies that were in vehicles. The ones that were on the ground, I just left them alone. And to my surprise, they got fucking murdered. Like, these Wookiees play no games. Like, these guys fucking murderized them. You know, this is actually the first time I got on one of these cycles. Honestly, I don't even like them that much. You know, the shots on them are kind of weak. You don't even have any missiles. The only thing you have on there is lasers. Holy shit. I got the hell blown out of me. You know, I actually thought that I could last like a little bit longer on those cycles, but I guess I was wrong. Alright, I'm gonna take this tank right here. Gonna go outside, take out this spider walker because that's the main thing you do not want behind the defenses, because I've never had a problem with the oil refinery getting blown up, but I did once let a walker back there. It drained the oil refinery's health almost down to 0 in no time. Those type of vehicles you want to keep the hell out of here. Now the snail tank, those are actually not that bad because they can take down the oil refinery, but it's actually at a slower pace than the spider walker. Alright, less than 20 seconds left, no problem. Got 26 reinforcements. We can hold out as long as possible, no problem. You know, actually, if you watch the time, it actually goes slower. If you just play the game regularly, the time goes by like that. When I was playing this, I didn't even notice that the time was over. It just said objective complete. I could play as Yoda. I'm like, oh, sweet. Oh, didn't really mean to ruin the surprise, but yeah, you can play as Yoda. Alright, now that my man Yoda's on the field, time to get to work. Remember guys, Jedis only have one life, so try to watch the amount of damage that you take because you also do not have a health bar, so there's no real way of telling when your Jedi can actually die. Alright, I was trying to sprint over here, but Yoda is so tiny, you know, he got them short legs, he could barely sprint. He actually cannot sprint as fast as the other Jedis can. And I actually failed right here trying to take down this assassin droid. You know, I could have easily used the force on both of them and fucking annihilated them, but I wanted to get my saber skills up. Alright, now I'm just gonna chill here. Holy fuck. Alright, I thought the snail tank was gonna come after me. You know, even though you're an almighty Jedi, you have a ton of power. Holy shit, I can jump extremely high. I can see my house from here. But yeah, back to the topic at hand. Even though you're a Jedi, you're extremely powerful, you still don't want to take on a tank, because I know you guys have all seen the movies, animated series where the Jedi jumped in and fucking cut a tank in half. You can't do that in this game. That's all I can say. Alright, now I'm going to force sprint to the other capture point. You know, I know you guys are going to ask in the comments, why didn't I capture the points up by the beach when I was over there? You see, I saw that was the main concentration of fire. Like, that's where everybody was going to fight. You never do that. See, if you want to win a battle, you never go straight in, you never rush. You always take down support beams of it. When I say that, you take down certain parts of the enemy's defenses to where it collapses and you can move straight on in. See, by me capturing the control points around it, it enabled my troops to spawn over and overwhelm the droids from in the middle. Alright, now I'm gonna sprint through this water right here. Can't swim. You know, that's actually funny. Yoda's actually very underwater and he doesn't even drown. I actually tested it. I waited 5 minutes underwater and nothing even happened. You know, it's actually kind of crazy. Alright, gonna chill here, capture this control point. Capture the last control point after that one so we can get off this planet and fucking destroy the droids. Haha. Oh, the Wookiees are guarding me fucking all over. They're making sure that I capture these control points. And you know what kind of pisses me off? In the first Battlefront, your other teammates can capture the control points. But in this one, you have to actually be over there capture them yourself. I think that's kind of dumb. Your other teammates, like the AI, should be able to do it themselves. You know, that was basically just kind of force pushing the snail tank, causing the other AI to kind of move, like flip over and everything. But we are almost out of time here, guys. Thanks for watching. It's been LastSecond34 here. If you want to see more commentaries like this, check out my YouTube page. Link will be in the description. Alright, guys. Talk to you later. Peace.
With the timely arrival of Master Yoda, the 501st was able to hold the line against the Seps on Kashyyyk. We left as heroes. Years later, we'd return as conquerors.